I came across an intriguing object at an antique festival near Atlanta. It's about 17 inches long and 5.5 inches wide, with a crank and a long chute in the middle. The owner didn't know what it was, and despite trying to search with Google Images, I couldn't find anything similar. It looks like it might be some kind of vintage machine or tool, but I'm stumped on its exact purpose. Any ideas on what this could be? It's a tool designed to help roll up old newspapers into tight logs that can be used as kindling or fire starters in the fireplace. By compacting the paper, it makes it easier to light a fire while also recycling old newspapers in a practical way. This method helps save on firewood and reduces waste. I found this tiny metal box on my grandparents' farm near Schuler, Nebraska, USA. It's about 3 inches by 2 inches and half an inch tall. When you turn it, it clicks, and the circular pictograms in each corner move along with the larger center circle. On the back, it's inscribed with Power, New York. When I removed the back, I saw the gear mechanisms inside that make the circles rotate. It seems like it might have been silver-plated at one point. It's an intriguing little object, and I'm stumped on its purpose. Could it be some sort of vintage device, or is it an alien contraption? Any thoughts? This is a model demonstrating the valve operation of a coreless steam engine. It features rotary valves at the corners to regulate the flow of steam. I was going through some old things at my grandma's house when I stumbled upon a strange little object. It was made of wood. I'm still curious about what it could be, but I haven't found anything that quite matches. Does anyone have an idea what it might be? It's a musical wine stopper that plays How Dry I Am when you pour. It has a wind-up key and sounds like a music box. My friend found this strange little object on the floor, and we're not sure what it is. It's a transparent, hard ring about the size of a $2 coin or a bottle cap. It's surprisingly light, and there's a long thread tied to it. It doesn't feel squishy at all, more like some sort of plastic or acrylic. There's nothing written on it, and no obvious markings to help identify what it's used for. The ring is attached to a black cord, but aside from that, we've got no clues. It's a little odd. Any idea what this could be or what it might be used for? It's the leash for a recorder, the musical instrument. I found this plastic ring in my car, and it's a little bigger than the circumference of a lime. When I tried reverse image searching it, it suggested it might be a cookie extruder or something similar. But the teeth on the side and the middle don't really line up. It also looks like something might have snapped into it at some point. I'm pretty curious about what this could be. Has anyone seen something like this before? Or have any ideas on what it could be used for? That is a Sonic the Hedgehog toy from McDonald's, specifically Shadow the Hedgehog variant. It's a spinner toy missing the actual figure. I was at a thrift store when I found this unusual tool. It's made of metal, probably stainless steel, with a cool blue anodized aluminum handle. The metal part is shaped like a spoon, curving downward, and there's a BRM stamp on the back. It feels like it's supposed to hold or scoop something, but I can't figure out what exactly. I've searched online, but nothing I've found looks quite like it. It's a mystery, and I'm really curious to know what it's for. Anyone have any ideas? It's an ice cream scoop. It's good at cutting through ice cream, but it doesn't create rounded scoops like the more concave ones do. I found these heavy metal pieces a while ago, and I'm still not sure what they are. Each one has screw holes in the 2 legs, and they're stamped with New York on the metal. They feel like they're made of iron, just by the weight. They're rusted quite a bit, so I'm unable to tell if there are any moving parts. A friend gave them to me years ago because he knew I was into collecting rusty, odd things. Unfortunately, he's passed away now, so I can't ask him where he found them or if he knew what they were. Anyone have any ideas on what these could be? It is definitely the frame for an old school desk. These are adjustable antique cast iron school desk legs. I found this cool, kind of heavy, deformed metal triangle at a thrift store and absolutely fell in love with it, but I have no idea what it actually is. At first, I thought it could be some kind of defense weapon you're supposed to put between your fingers, like a brass knuckle but shaped differently. But there's nothing engraved on it. And when I tried doing a reverse image search online, I didn't get any helpful results. It could just be a quirky piece of art, but I can't shake the feeling that it might have some other purpose. I love it so much, though. I actually gasped when I saw it, and now I bring it with me everywhere, even though I'm still not sure what it's for. Does anyone have any idea what this might be? I found this big brass key, and it's been puzzling me for years. My grandpa worked for ADT from the 1950s to the 70s, so I'm guessing it might be related to something from his time there. The key has a serial number stamped on the handle, and the positions on the shank are labeled T1, 234 T1 234. The key has a hollow tube that goes up to the shank, and the front piece is chromed, which might be for wear with some kind of driver key. The coolest part is that the smaller brass key rotates independently from the larger fixed one. In the second picture, you can also see a small nub and an arrow on the bottom of the larger key. This all makes me think it came from my grandpa's garage, where he kept a lot of old scavenged alarm systems and parts after working at ADT. It's a big key, so I wondered if it was for winding up some kind of device. But the serial number and the unique shape suggest it was meant to operate a specific device, just like any other key would. I've been really curious about it for a long time, but I'm still not sure what exactly it's for. Anyone have any thoughts or ideas? It's an ADT Type W Watchman's key for an 1180 Watchman system. They would do the rounds and the key would fit into systems to ensure that the Watchman visited all the waypoints on the route. I was going through the attic in my old rural house when I stumbled upon this odd little object. It's a metal ball with holes in it, and there's a metal rod running right through the middle. The ball actually screws off completely, though the two halves don't come apart. What's really strange is that there are no marks, numbers, or anything to give me a clue about what it might be. The house is over 100 years old, so it's definitely been around a long time. At first, I thought maybe it's some kind of rotating device, like for roasting chestnuts or something like that. My friend had a funny idea, though. He thought it could be something priests used for blessing things with smoke, or maybe even a manual disco ball, though I'm sure that's not it, ha. After snapping the photo, we managed to unscrew the ball with a bit of effort, thanks to the rust, and we saw it has a nice wooden handle on one end. I did a quick image search, but only came across similar things hanging from chains. Still, no idea what this is. Anyone have any thoughts? It's a nut roaster. It sits in front of or beside the cooking fire and is typically used for roasting hazelnuts, though it can also be used to make popcorn.